Hello. It is time. All right, so I've got a main issue right now that it seems like what is it? The shift isn't just it's just not happening. I don't know. Hey, Coup Trooper. Thinking about it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna save my money until next Christmas. Spend it on PS1 games and stuff. That's a long time to save. It's a lot of saving. I'm pretty sure what's happening is the wheels are sliding or something, because that's the only thing that I could see stopping the transmission from shifting. I'm definitely always holding forward. The RPM's definitely high enough. In fact, it looks like it doesn't even care if you don't have input. It just will shift anyway. Where's input checked? Forward input. Got 30 right now. That is a long time to save. All the way down here. I guess it also has to increase. Why am I shifting up when we're not slipping and we're increasing RPM? It seems like this must be happening, right? So driven wheels, I don't... Driven wheels. Driven differential. Oh, I guess it's only if all wheels are drive. This is four wheel. Driven differentials. Limited slip ratio is less than max. I think it's a little too loud. Too loud. Thing is, I don't know any of this math. Math is just being done, and I'm like, okay, sure. I don't know. Exactly what it means. I know the result. The wheels are going to rotate at different rates from the differentials. Where is the... If the clutch to wheel torque ratio, so that means the wheel is being driven? This just means the wheel is being driven, I think. If the wheel doesn't have contact, or its longitudinal slip is greater than 0.1. Also, this is a member. Driven wheel, wheel. What's the wheel for driven wheel? It's the wheel. Where do we set this value? Huh? How does that work? It's always 0? I don't understand. Okay, a function must be getting called that passes driven wheel. Clutch to wheel ratio. Driven wheels push back. Oh, okay. Ratio left, ratio right. So this is for the differentials that have 2 wheels, a left and a right wheel. Driven differential clutch to differential torque ratio, ratio left. It should just be 50-50. So yeah, it'll be like 0.5, I think, is all that is. Okay. Longitudinal slip. How is it written? M longitudinal? Yeah. Hey, Redden. Is this the, Okay, there is a function receiving this. Is that... Why is it written like this? Oh, that doesn't... Wait, does that do anything? It's right here. Okay, it's input. So they don't modify it. So there's only one place this is set. Going to expose you for saying you hate coding? I do. I think it's that the wheel is slipping. But if it's on the wheel, I could possibly write a method. So, okay, so I never really explained what my idea was. I want to have a visual cylinder, or I guess I could just take the current torus that I have and modulate its color based on its slip ratio. Dog spotted, yep. That way I can tell if it is slipping or not at him. There you go. Bring him up to the camera. I can't do that. He is too large. Longitudinal slip. So it's using the relative longitudinal velocity. Nothing there. There doesn't look like there's anything there. M longitudinal slip. Right. That's the wheel. How old is he? I don't know. I think... construct wheel. They have the wheels. How do I get these wheels? What do they do? Wheeled vehicle controller. It must go through, and it does not create the wheels there. Does it? Does not look like it. Recollide, constraint, get wheels. What? Okay. How does this work? Alright, I'll do it there. If it's initialized in a jolt vehicle, init collision tester, init jolt vehicle, somewhere. Wheeled vehicle controller. I saw something about wheels, setup wheels. Construct wheel. I don't know. Go to the constraint wheels. How does this work? How does this work? How can I access information about the wheels? Because it looks like wheel WV stands for wheeled vehicle, of course. Wait, so what is this? Yeah, I have these values. Where are they? Where are they? Differential settings. Then at differentials, which is just an array of differential settings. When we update the wheel, when we recollide, constraint get wheels. And then they cast it to a wheel WV, which contains what I want. So Can I get the constraint from here? I guess I can actually. We're back. I'm back. Okay, so this is a... one of these, I think. Why does my mouse feel weird all of a sudden? Why does that keep happening? I feel like the sensitivity has changed. This has been recurring a lot. But I can't say decisively if it has. That's not right. Why is it the sensitivities are wrong? Wow. Alright, so they did change. Why did that happen? What is this? What's the thing that I have? Razor something? Razor Genie? I set up 3 speed levels. I set up 3. Yeah, this is not... This isn't right. I don't understand what's going on with this. This is like really weird. I think I'm actually at 900. Okay. I literally don't understand why that keeps changing. I actually just don't understand why that's changing. Nightbot adds schizophrenia to extreme. It did change. I had 3 levels and it was 400, 900, 1200, and I just opened it and it said 400 and 1200. It just deleted it. How does that happen? The mouse like physically has like a small, I don't know what it stores it on, but it saves those settings. And I don't know what's going on with it. It keeps changing. And I don't know what I'm hitting. I must be hitting a button or something that causes it to do that. Because it's like every now and then I'm like suddenly thinking, wait a second, this sensitivity feels weird. It like feels too high. And I'm like, all right, let me find out. So I start cycling through the sensitivity levels, and now like the sensitivity oh my god, the level I was just on is no longer there. All right, how do I get the wheels? How do I get the wheels? I was looking for vehicle. This is a vehicle controller settings. Vehicle controller. which I believe should have constraint. Cool. So I can do get constraint, which gives me a constraint, a vehicle constraint. And the vehicle constraint should have wheels. Should be like get wheels, right? Get wheels. And then I should know that those wheels will be of a certain type. I must be hitting a button because I feel like it's after something happens. Like that time I got up and I came back and I immediately felt it. But I don't know what I'm hitting. I'm not hitting the button. I don't think I'm hitting the cycle button because it's subtle. It's not a dramatic change. I'm not like doubling my sensitivity all of a sudden. And then wheel vehicle controller. I meant to open that in a new tab. And then I should know that these are these kinds of wheels. And I guess I can just return a dictionary of these values. Longitudinal slip, lateral slip, all of these. I don't know if these ever change. I guess it'd be really easy to see if they change. Just looking at the update. Angular velocity, angle. I don't see anything about braking. I guess braking is applied. You want to push the button on my mouse that changes the DPI? Dude, it doesn't just change it. It like resets the settings to something. Those aren't even the default settings, by the way. The default settings, I think, are like 200, 400. It uses all 5 stages and it goes up to like the tens of thousands. I never go above the thousands. Went to lock test reward 99. Yeah. I'll show you what it does. Because I can redeem it whatever I want. That's it. It's just that treasure box. That's all it is. I gotta find a way. I've said it before, I gotta spend a day working on 10 years it would take to get, yeah. I gotta spend a day making like some local scripts I can run for Twitch. So I can have things happen. Alright, so I guess I just do... I mean, these are kind of nice things, I guess. Angular velocity, angle. The vehicle constraint should define wheels. Okay, they don't. Wheel is, of course, its own thing. Oh, that's a lot. Those are settings, though. Wow. Redeem 100,000 channel points to type RMRF. What am I doing? I want to dictionary get wheel info. Actually, array of dictionary. How do I do that? How do I do an array of dictionary? I think if I'm doing that, I have to pass the array. What returns an array of dictionaries? I mean, somewhere in the physics it does it. Physics direct space. Array of dictionary, intersect point. Alright, intersect point. Physics point query parameters 3D. I feel like I changed again. Physics point query parameters 3D. Typed array dictionary. Center vector dictionary, yeah, I wish. This underscore intersect point. What file is this? Where's this file? Oh god. Whoops. Alright, what exactly do they do? Okay, they just go to type the array and then... Alright. Typed array. And I don't think I can define it here. Can I? Probably not. Alright, now, where's dictionary? Cool, they just import resource. I love that. And magically, all these other types are here. It's magic. Templates? No. Variant. Dictionary. Variant dictionary, variant typed array, most likely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it should be fine. A typed array dictionary get wheel info. Honestly, I could just write it all here. I will. I really don't like how C++ just has everything split. I really don't like that. I wish it wasn't like that. So I have to get the constraint, and then get the wheels. But how many wheels? How many wheels? Great question. How many wheels? For wheel in N constraint, M constraint get wheels. Oh. I was like, what? Wheels. I forgot how this works. What are wheels? Wheels are, of course, must be defined in wheel. Wheels. Array of wheel. There we go. So I already know how big it is. What's an array? Size, length, capital S size. What's an array? Did I miss it? Size. All right, so I need a... How do I do it? This is why I hate other people's code, because they're just... I can't trust them to be consistent in what they do. Where is it? Physics server 3D. Physics server 3D, that one. Typed array, resize. Can I grab oh my god, I actually just hate it so much. It takes all this effort to write like 2 lines of code. I need 5 files open to write 1 line of code. Okay, so I should just be able to write JPH wheels and grab it. Controller constraints get wheels dot get wheels, of course. Resize wheels size for should just be written like this. Wheel, get wheels. I will static cast like so, and then I will wheel WV. I'll even match there. Thing. All right, so then how do I do this? I say dictionary. I assign them, and then I do I guess I would do that, right? Just keep an integer. All right, what do I want? First one I want slip long will be wheel. And I should just be able to access these directly. Here. M longitudinal slip, public. M longitudinal slip. Just copy. I think it's all I really want, but I can get more, so I may as well throw it in there. I'll get the steer angle, current rotation of the wheel. Wait, what? Hang on. Wait, how am I rotating the wheels right now? I just realized I'm already rotating the wheels. How am I doing that? Is it update wheels? Body state change, node 3D. Vehicle get wheel local transform. What is vehicle? Vehicle constraint get wheel local trend. Okay. Okay. It's on the constraint. Yeah, alright, that's how I'm doing it. Okay, so I should definitely be able to access this. I should not expect to see any system standard error was thrown. Because you suck. What do I want? Probably, let me give myself steer angle. Yeah, let me just give myself all three of these, actually. Do results. I is equal to D. I think that's what that's all I have to write. Yep. Okay. Then I need to bind that method. Who knows what that looks like? Intersect point. Oh, I guess properties are where it gets complicated. This is pretty simple. Okay. And then I guess compile is going straight back to 0. I knew I was going to be doing something. And yet I updated it anyway. Still only 4 days. And I don't know how to spell. Is a protected member. Wow. Alright, so how am I supposed to access that? I don't. Oh, wait, no, maybe I do. I don't. Wait, these aren't... Oh, okay. Those aren't protected. These ones are protected. Steer angle, angular, velocity, and angle. Get steer angle, get rotation angle, get angular velocity. Okay. It's pretty funny that they have these be protected, but then they just have functions so you can modify them straight with no validation anywhere. That's cool. Why do you have the functions? Do I have this one added? I do. Why does it take such a long time sometimes? I feel like that was way longer than it normally would take. Alright. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. I just want to know if we're slipping. I want to see the slip. Wheeled vehicle controller, get wheel info. Awesome. Alright. So... Is this the truck? Oh, this is just straight up the whole thing. Okay. So yeah, those are the... Okay. I think I need to go ahead and probably extend this and have its own update thing so I can... Because this isn't... Well, I guess this is debug, isn't it? You know what? This is actually debug. So I could say... Let's get this. Ready. I have wheel paths. That's on Jolt vehicle. Wheel paths. Wheel nodes? What? Does that work? I don't use that. Does that work? It looks like it must because that's what I access. Get wheel nodes, result, wheels. Where's wheels? Am I? Wheels. Local vector. Setup wheels. Where does setup wheels get called? It probably gets called here, right? Oh, setup wheels. Alright, so I should have the nodes. That's nice. Alright. So when I'm ready, I guess I'm just gonna add like a debug or something. Let's do debug group all the way at the bottom here. Export group debug. This is just like a boolean. Actually, let's use dbg there. Debug, show wheel slip. Also, this needs to be an enable or disable thing. Group. Alright. Actually I don't need to ready then, do I? Yeah, I don't need to do that. I can just run through it in the middle. I shouldn't have to update anything. Yeah, because everything will be updated before or after I run this. This will be a bit weird. It'll be like showing the last frame's result and not this frame result. And I don't think deferring works. Yeah, I have to run it all here. If debug enable, if debug show wheel slip, I'm gonna do for wheel and get in wheel nodes. If wheel is a mesh instance 3D. So what do I do here? I can modulate it somehow. I think. Are you able to modify the wheel's variables in code? How to do it outside the slider thing? Where? What do you mean? The only thing that you really get here is... yeah, you don't get anything. You can only modify the settings, and I don't remember even like what gets updated when you change the settings after the vehicle is created. Yeah, once you make the vehicle, the settings are locked in. This is what it looks like to me. Actually, no. No, because the settings are tied. I remember. The settings are tied together. So when you change the setting, it physically manipulates the real thing. So you can. I don't think the spring stuff's works for stiffness yet. I think frequency is the only one that works. I feel like at some point it was the only one that worked. But yeah, you can. What would you want to change though? It doesn't look like much. There's still tons of stuff that you can change. It doesn't look like there's anything here that is really worth changing though. Oh, maybe there is. Oh, yeah. So there's wheel base settings and there's like these additional wheel settings here. So yeah, whenever you're modifying these things, you are directly accessing the real thing. So you can change the curve, I guess. That's what you did though, right? That is what you did. I remember you had a second curve or something that you changed. I think that's what you were doing. Yeah, you'd get these settings and then you would get these. These could be cast, the wheel settings, and then you change those, I think, is what you did. I'm not exactly sure where you're going with that question, but yeah. Yeah, right? I can just change the color like that. Okay. So I get the material. What is this? Standard material 3D. Is it wheel? Yeah. Mesh. Material. Get surface. Get material. What is this? Wait, wheel. Mesh. Surface get material 0, I guess. Well, then I guess I have to get the wheels here too. So get wheel info. Why is it not showing up? Get wheel info not found in base cell. Controller. Something is supposed to be... I really hate how this is just nesting forever, but there's just... To do this, I need to do that. Wheel infos I... And then... I know that the range goes from... I guess 0 to 0.1 we're not slipping, right? Once I pass 0.1, I'm slipping. So maybe my idea there is I take out the blue, and then if I hit 0.1 or over, is it over? If it's over 0.1, okay, if it doesn't have contact, oh god, I need to actually save that one as well. Has contact. Has contact. Has contact. All right, pretty cool. Okay. Info has con. I think I need to access it like this. If we don't have contact or info slip long is greater than 0.1. Matte albedo color equals let me do a different color. If there's no contact, I think I want maybe just blue. Blue if there's no contact. If we're slipping, it's red. Otherwise, I want the albedo color to be I think I want it to go from white to yellow. Maybe white to cyan? Actually, let's do green to yellow. Okay. So that'll be something, and this will just be green, and this will just be 0. And then it would be... Is it... remap? Maps a value from range start, stop to start, stop. That's exactly what I want. Okay. So the value is info slip long. I'm just gonna hit save because I don't know what happens while I'm working on this while it's compiling because it's already done. This value from 0 to 0.1 to 0 and 1. Alright. Cool, it's done. So when it's not touching the ground, it's blue. When it's slipping, it's red. And when it's kind of slipping, it goes from green to yellow. And I need to turn it on, because it's not going to be turned on. Why is it already green? I don't know. It should be off. That's weird. Alright. Debug on. Show wheel slip on. Yeah, so why did that happen? If debug enable, if the wheel show slip... Oh, because I'm messing with it here. Because I already messed with it. My bad. Okay, but now it should be green. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, okay. really. So that's why it's not shifting, because they are apparently sliding constantly. And now we weren't shifting still. So what's causing that? Why are they sliding so much? Okay, so it's as I thought. They are slipping a lot. Alright, you know, I'm just curious. What happens if I go to... wheel settings. Suspension. Spring. Stiffness. 40? I'm not entirely sure what the value is supposed to be. I just am suspicious that the frequency is not very good. Because it should always be pressing into the ground, but it looks like it's always sliding. And there's no option to modify... I guess there's kind of this. I mean... This is the friction, but this is... Yeah, the input to this function is the slip. So I don't know if these feed back into slip, but it's like once you're here, you're already sliding. So maybe it just needs to be higher than 1 or 1.2. Maybe it just needs to be higher because it's about here or something that slip is counting. Also, I don't know what this is going to do, because I think there's still some buggy stuff in the game. But I can change... Also, what am I printing? I shouldn't be printing anything, I think. I can change the... This isn't it, is it? No, it is. Let's go to quarter speed. Because it looked like it was flashing from green to yellow to red, green to yellow to red constantly. Alright, looks like stiffness actually works, and this is way too... Probably way... not stiff enough. Alright, well, what happens? Alright, we are sliding literally always. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, we're not sliding. So we should shift. Yeah, it's not flashing like crazy like it was. So, okay, it shifted instantly. It's still not flashing. I'm not going to hit that car, am I? I am going to hit that car. Why did I turn? Should be looking at the wheels. I mean, I will say it was already the case where it was sliding and would refuse to shift to third very consistently. Am I still gonna hit it? No. Though the RPM does seem to drop sometimes. I'm not sure what's up with that. I don't know what's happening with the wheels. It already seems way better. The springs need to be more stiff though. I'm bouncing. Wait, why aren't they detaching? I don't see them flashing blue. They're slipping. It seems like they just jump straight from... I should shift. Oh wait, I just lost a lot of RPM. What's happening? I'm bouncing so much. Why aren't they turning blue? These are clearly detaching from the ground, and it's not turning blue. Okay. Let's go back to normal speed. I'm not shifting now. Why does changing the engine speed do this? I should be shifting. It's green. It's green. It's green. Yeah, so something's still wrong with my code, I guess. I don't understand this one, though. This one was weird. I don't do anything with this. I just change engine speed, and... it sucked. Maybe what I can do. I think there is an idea of like anti-slip. So I could make it so I reduce my input acceleration while I'm slipping. So every single time I trigger, I detect that I'm slipping. Also, this never happened. Oh, because this should be elif. Yeah, so sadly still engine speed just like doesn't work. I don't know what's going on with that. Is it, maybe it's like physics is there something with physics interpolation? Physics interpolation on. What if I just turn that on? It shouldn't actually affect anything, but I think the fact that it was... yeah, I think just reducing the input value slightly to try to prevent the wheels from slipping will do a lot. I think it would do a lot. I should see them turn blue when I fly off this road here. Blue. Nice. Okay. Is that a good thing to do? To reduce input, forward input, if the wheels are slipping? I feel like if I want to check that, I want to have a dedicated method in code that just asks the question if any wheels are slipping. But also, I don't want to do it all the time. I still want your wheels to be able to slip out from under you. So how would I do that? Would I just have like a floor? So I'm like, okay, I can go 80% of input and no lower when we're slipping. Maybe that's it, actually. Maybe I just have a floor. If you're slipping... okay, first of all, I want a dedicated method for that. I don't want to be doing this every physics frame or something like that. So, let me just do a bool. Is any driven wheel slipping? That's what I really care about. So if any driven wheel is slipping, I need to check how they determine if a wheel is a driven wheel. I could potentially just save this Boolean. Maybe that's better. Maybe it's better if I just add myself a simple method here that will just save this Boolean for me. Because it's gonna calculate it every time. I think that's way better. So yeah, I want to add I guess just a Boolean here. I don't think I have to set that. I'm pretty sure false is the default. And I'll document it, I guess. Okay, and then it just does that because it... Automatic shifting up. Okay. And then here, I just do M any driven wheel slipping, any driven wheel slipping. It's false. Can shift up. Any driven wheel slipping. Where are Danny and Yulia? I don't know. What do you think about my idea for the wheel slip? Any driven wheel slip? And then I want... This should be protected, right? It is. Any driven wheel slipping. I don't know, man. I was gone. So I was testing, and it looks like the acceleration is just too much for the wheels to, like, maintain full friction with the ground. So the wheels are always slipping a lot, preventing the vehicle from automatically shifting up. So my idea is that when the wheels are detected to be slipping, we reduce the forward input by up to some floor value. So like if the wheels are slipping, maximum input value is like 1.0 and it slowly ticks down a little bit until we reach a floor. That's my idea. And then when they stop slipping, we set it back to 1. The idea is to allow me to just hold W to get the maximum acceleration rate, and then the vehicle pretty much accelerates as fast as it possibly can without slipping any of the wheels. It tries to maintain full friction. But because there's a floor, you can still slide the wheels. So I don't know, it feels a bit bad because I'm essentially reducing input, but also it feels bad because the floor may not even be low enough to stop slipping all the time. Just like driving on a flat road. I don't know. Sounds convoluted. Does it? There's what are they, like antis? I don't know what the brakes are. That's in most cars now, I think. Where when you press the brake, if the wheels start slipping, it automatically pumps the brakes faster than you could. I think it's the same for acceleration too, right? I don't know, maybe the road itself needs some kind of friction. Here's the thing. There's no option for me, apparently, to increase the base friction of the wheels. Maybe there is. I don't know. Maybe I can? Maybe I should check that. Maybe I should check that. Because I know there's this curve here, but it seems like it just doesn't... That's not how it works. Let me just try this. So when we're at 0.06, let's make this insane. Let's make this like... let's make it 10. Okay. That's probably nuts, but let's make it 10. Save. Save. Run. What happens? Can I even drive? Maybe that was it. Was that it? Can I reach fourth? I should be able to reach fourth. Just driving straight here. Vehicle is bouncing like crazy. Yeah, the definitely not stiff enough on the suspension, probably. Well, that seems like that just did it right there. I'll leave the Boolean for now because I may want it. You know what? Yeah, let me put it back. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to hit undo. Undo. Because I mean, probably may still want it, so is any... I appreciate the help, by the way. Call me stupid and I will rethink what I'm doing. Alright, but 10's probably, you know, kind of insane. So maybe I'll just go up a little bit at a time. Okay, so this is not enough. I even apparently downshifted. Alright, but that's pretty close, though. I'm wondering if that was affecting my ability to reach fourth, though. I'm not sure. Come on. It's so close. It didn't reach it. Maybe it will here. I hit it for... Okay, I think I was just flying. Alright. So, that's a bit better. I think maybe I want to try higher, though. I wanna not see any of that game. I want to not see any... Oh, because I'm compiling at the same time. It's probably like really freaking out right now. Okay. Was it successful? Yes. Alright, well, I guess that's how I can control the friction. I just literally crank it up. Who knew? Like, I don't want to see slipping there at the start. I'd really like to not see that. Maybe in low gears, it would make sense. I don't know. I get so close to reaching fourth there. I wonder if just with a little bit better suspension, it would be helpful. Um, 60? Did I scroll past one? Yes. 60. Is damping 0.5 correct? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, a little bit better suspension seemed to like take that off a lot. Or stiffer. Better. Stiffer. I think 60 is pretty good. Maybe I can increase the length. I don't remember. Do I... Okay, how does the length thing work? I think it tries to reach its maximum length. There's... He describes like how you're meant to be messing with this. So if I check this and I were to bring it down 0.3. Huh. So 0.3 puts it in the ground. How does this work? I think it tries to reach its max length, right? Minimum length 0 means it bottoms out here. Actually, I guess, can it? No, yeah, it probably bottoms out there. All right, let me just go look at the code, I guess. I can't remember. Suspension. Suspension part. Maybe it's described here. Where do they describe? Oh, there it is. Yeah, aren't we just awesome? Dude, what, this line is so long you literally can't fit it all on the screen and read it. What are we doing, man? All right. So they do preload length. The natural length of the spring is defined as the max length plus the preload length. Can be used to preload the spring suspension as the spring is compressed by suspension preload length when it is in max droop position. The vehicle touches the ground. There is discontinuity, so also make the vehicle more bouncy as we're updating in with discrete time steps. Okay. So maybe I just try setting it to like -0.1. I think that's the intention of it, right? You give it a negative length. Let me go a bit higher. I want to see how this does. If it helps with making it a little less. Okay, not that much. It said plus, right? I'm sure it said plus. And then 60 seems pretty good. I actually kind of like 60. I like where that's at. I like how it looks. Alright, so it sits a little bit lower, which is what I expected to see. We slip a little bit, but that's fine. Now, yeah, what happens when I go over this? Alright, they pop out. That's what I expected to see. Do I flip if I go over this? Almost. Alright, I want to go over, was it this hill? Color was working? Yep. I saw that they started sliding while going over this. But I guess maybe I was just going slower just now. Alright, let me reset and just run straight without touching that. I think it might still be worth doing a little bit of anti-slipping, reducing the forward accelerator. I think it might be worth it. Just a little bit. Like maybe 90%. A floor of 90%. So there's a hill that I go over. Was it just by running straight? Maybe it's this one. Okay, no, I detached from the ground that time. Huh. What is happening? I'm slipping all over the place. That's really... Sometimes the wheels just go straight into the ground. Like there. They just go straight in the ground, and I think I lose a lot of speed when that happens. Why did I not shift up there? I don't know. Apparently I'm at 6,000 RPM with all wheels in contact with the ground. Yeah, so that's... Oh, no, it's lagging. I am in 4th. Okay. I forget that. Alright, so... Reload. Maybe a little bit less. Just 0.1. Yeah, 0.1. Do I have... Am I just blind? Is it just me, or are there only wheels? Where's everything else? Oh, controller. And now I forgot what I was looking for. Engine? I think I just wanted to actually look to see if any wheels are slipping. Show wheel slip. Let me just have it like turned off, and I'll just check it here. Also, I think I want... that. I'm gonna turn these off. No debug. Interesting. Interesting. This is just annoying. In clear. Get in, and then I drive. Okay. Hi, Yulia. Yes, I did sleep well. Okay, we're only getting a couple of slips. I gotta turn this off. I gotta turn this off. Oh, please. Oh no, I've broken it. Okay. It's like permanently lagged now. Come on. Oh, that just makes me so mad. It's lagging in this like a really infuriating way where the first input isn't detected, and I click again and then it detects both inputs. So I open the menu, I click to open the menu, it doesn't open. I wait, it doesn't open. I click again, menu opens, and then it closes. Why is it doing that? Are you brainstorming? Yeah. I'm figuring out just acceleration. Like the vehicle should just... I press forward and that's all I gotta do and the vehicle goes as fast as it can go. Right? I feel like that's I feel like that should be what happens. And it's a harder problem than I would think. So I've definitely fixed a lot of the slipping. It still says it's slipping like crazy, but I fixed a lot of it. Every now and then it still says it's slipping. Also, it says it's slipping when it's not in contact with the ground, which I guess is, you know, technically true. Maybe there's just nothing I can do about that. Also, I just modified the suspension a little bit. It should sit higher. I have a feeling there might just be, the friction might just be too crazy. I feel like I'm seeing something happen that doesn't seem right. Right, these are automatically sorted because these guys are insane. At maybe 1.2, we drop to what? 0.12. There he goes. We'll drop to 1.2. I don't know. None of this is real, Olmec. We're still in the island. What? A Lost reference? Give me a sub, I need the founder badge. I should totally do it. Didn't watch Lost? I don't think so. Maybe this just drops to like 2? I don't know. I'm just literally throwing stuff out here. Maybe I'll even clip it to 4.
Teammate game.
Oh my god. Ryden gifted a sub to Yilia. Nice. Very cool. Thank you. I'm really just trying random things. I just feel like it's probably too high because I noticed when it was landing, it was sliding really badly, and I think it's because I cranked up the friction on the forward. That doesn't count. You might have to equip it. Equip the badge. It might be that you have to like pick your badge. I can't imagine that wouldn't apply. I think that would be dumb. To like fly over a hill and like detach from the ground. Did I just take like the worst path to detach from the ground or something? And now I'm sliding. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, this should do it. Was that it? Did I solve it? I don't know. Run it again. I must have gone off track or something. And now my mouse is visible. Is that something that I can check? Doesn't count? Yeah, you can look it up. I think it might be something I can check. Think like in sub window or something, I can see what badges they are. Or that you should have. There's some weird inconsistency with this thing. Alright, that would have been a huge slip to the side. I didn't see it slip to the side. So did I solve it? Maybe. This should be huge. Okay, well, I just flipped it over that time. Let me look. Because I should, there's like a thing I can go to look at that. Maybe. Where is it? I can't see that? I thought there was something that shows that. I don't see it. Maybe if I just select you, maybe it shows. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, it would do that. Okay, not from there. Not from there. Yeah, you don't have it. Okay. It would say. I guess it does say Prime or paid subscribers. Stuff. We just scammed right, and we did. I mean, you did. Or what have I done? So the slipping is cool. It's working. This debug is working. I think I still want to try. I could use like an accelerator, right? Sorry, Rident. We're just joking. He is rich. He didn't need it. Anti-slip forward should be an accelerator. Acceleration 0. .01. So I guess the question is how quickly do I want it to go? Probably that fast. Deceleration, none. I don't have to do any of those. Actually, if it's gonna be that simple, I can choose a float. .1.0 var. 0.8. So then my question is, I guess right about here, if controller is any driven wheel slipping, then what I want to do is I want to say anti-slip forward minus, or I guess would be equal to the max of anti-slip forward min and anti-slip forward minus 0.02. And then input forward multiplied anti-slip forward. Else anti-slip forward is not equal to 1, set it to 1. Battlefield 6 got cracked. Suspect they are already making custom servers. I feel like at some point, no one's going to be talking about cracking games anymore, right? Because it's just going to be assumed that it is. There's just going to be the assumption that it always is a matter of time. So we start reducing this value from 1 with the larger value between this one and this one. And if it is dropping, I guess I can bring back this print. So if input is not, if it's non-zero, I want to print. Actually, what I really want to do is I want to print. Okay, let me take that back. And this should be input forward. And let me forward Excel enabled. I will turn that off. There. And I want these to not hide the whole group. Check, was it checkbox only? Check. Export. Custom. Oh, that's great. Oh, there it is. Okay. Found the link. Property hint. Group should be at like the bottom, right? I'm on 4.4 for some reason. Okay. I was like, I should have seen it. Checkbox only. All right. Oh, the file isn't compiling right now. So you made the custom server and revived Concord? Do you think anyone got Concord and like, did they had hate cosmetics, right? Why is it still printing 0.98? Okay, now it's not. Let me turn this back on, then, if I'm going to do that. And I'm going to turn that off. Okay. I don't want that to mess with anything. Full build with NARC code got leaked. Alright, I think that probably helped. It was still flashing a lot like crazy. So what happened? So for some reason we instantly started at 0.8, which I don't understand. Oh. I do understand. Because the initial value is... No, it's 1. So when I pressed forward input is 1. This is not enabled, so none of that happened. Anti-slip forward is a max between anti-slip forward min and anti-slip forward minus 0.02. That doesn't make any sense. Why did it start at 0.8? Oh, I guess because... No, this makes sense. If not is... So we're providing input and then I want to do all this stuff. Only when I'm providing input. If there is no input, then same exact code here. Which kind of sucks. Nah, I guess this should be an and. And now it's all together. Okay. What was the last one that just played? Yeah, that one. I gotta go and flip over to... Oh, it's already on there. Okay. Okay. I think I've collected all the things that I wanted. Alright, so show wheel slip with this thing on. And we started at 0.98, good. OpenAI Stargate infrastructure project could consume a 40% entire global DRAM memory market at its peak volumes. So did that help? Let me run it again without pausing in the middle. I will observe it a couple times. Okay, and pretty much at that point we stopped slipping forever. So did that help? I find out by writing false. False and. So that should disable it. Let it settle. It doesn't look any different. So maybe I allow it to ramp up slowly. Because I see it flashing, so at this point I can pretty much say this doesn't change anything. And most likely what it does is it reduces how much I accelerate. Because it actually doesn't stop me from slipping. Ideally, I would see it be yellow, go to green, stay green, and I guess flash yellow every now and then. Currently, it's flashing back and forth between green and yellow. But I guess actually... No, so I need to also know if it's... Not if it's just doing that, but if we're slipping. I also want to know if it's slipping. If I am applying inputs. Then do this. Okay, so I read 429 slips with it turned on. Right? It's turned on? I think it's turned on. Let me see if that's consistent. It's probably not, but you know, if I get an order of magnitude less, then I could say it's probably better. 423. Okay. So it's a little bit inconsistent. Alright, so if we are... I guess if I'm less than 0.98... What's my idea? Yeah, if I'm less than this value... I want to add 0.02. Is this like a bit weird way to write this? Because I'm thinking this... If we're less than... Alright, let me just say if I'm less than 1. I bring it back. I'm assuming this prevents me from flashing. Is this a lot less slip events? It's... it was a little less. But I don't know if that's just probably random chance. I feel like I see less. Let me try this. Let me just do that. Because I feel like this may not be doing anything. I feel like in order to make it do something, I have to basically always stay underneath and like, or track another Boolean to keep me on. That's way less. All right, so let me turn this off. And I will keep this line around so I can just toggle it. Remember that Jurassic Park Alien Dino Crisis PlayStation? What? Studio hates PC for some reason and a massive rage bait on Twitter. Huh? Oh, wait, now I'm not doing anything with... Okay, so I got 145 logs. I gotta change this back to 0.06. Then I have to hit save here and save here. All right, so I'm gonna look at this a couple times. This is so... I mean, I think it's the best I can do though. So I expect to see this at like the 200s. 236. Test number 2. $237. Wow. That's some consistency. How'd you pick the game that ripped off No Man's Sky? Because I guess I never played it. Also, I thought that was Bethesda that made the rip-off game. 243. I guess a third test. So 230. 240, 230. One of the trailers we watched? Well, I don't remember. 255, what a nice number. Alright, I'm actually gonna go crazy and bring it all the way to like 0.04. And see like what this, like how large of an effect this has on how frequently it slips during acceleration. Wow, that's a dramatic impact. 74? It's the same scene from No Man's Sky? Now I remember. Pretty sure they literally just took a screenshot of one of their portals. One of their planet teleporters. And used that in their trailer. 74 again? I might have cracked the code. Also, the thing is, this is what this curve already looked like before, and then I did something to it. So it already looked like this. So I guess just having like kind of a high friction when we're starting to slip is really good. It's really good. Now, I don't expect this to do anything better for it, but... Okay, I cut it in half by moving that over slightly. That doesn't make sense. That must have been a fluke, right? That actually just doesn't make sense to me. Interesting. Moving this over helped it a bit. How? I don't know. But apparently it did. Or did I like not actually save it? I hit save, Control S, run. It went from 70 to 40. Slips. That's really consistent at like 40s now. Okay. Cool. That's neat. Take that off. Because that's not doing it. That wasn't helpful. Awesome. Alright, so I've actually got something to do. So I think right now I'm going to get lunch and then eat, and then I don't know if I'm going to work anymore. After that, I'll probably just stop. But I like this. I like this. I feel like I've actually made at least a little bit of progress today. At least a little bit. So that one, I think, how could I fix this one? I think maybe when I'm braking, how do I do this? Yeah, that's my plan. All right, I'm not gonna think about it. I'm gonna think about it, but I'm not gonna work on that. Okay. Let me get this all saved. Save it 3 times. The magic number. Okay, so I don't need to move any of that. Lateral friction. What did I change there? Nothing changed there, so I'm gonna restore that. And be very, very careful how I write this. Do not hit enter. Yeah, so lateral doesn't change. Am I right about that? All those points are the same. It's just those tangents became more precise and printed out noise, basically. Yeah, restore that one. Let me add them one by one. Oh, I modified the mass of the truck. What? No, that's not how that's supposed to go. That's not how that's supposed to go. Where's the mass? Reset that. Open the scene and change it here. And then go back here and hit save again because it's going to do that environment thing again. And just make sure that this is actually updated. Save it 3 times. Okay. Longitudinal friction. So I do 0.44.12 and then 0.331. Then I'm adding wheel slip. Choose a mass. I turn on physics interpolation. Disable forward acceleration. This is funny. 30303 became 30303030. Did those points even change? None of those points changed. That's cool. So I increased the max length. I added a preload. We flipped everything to stiffness. Okay. I guess I'm adding everything from vehicle. All right. Reduce vehicle acceleration slip. And add slip debug. Can now visualize slipping. Wheel longitudinal slipping with color modulation of wheel meshes and improve acceleration by reducing slipping events through modification. I feel like I'm writing something really absurd. Through modification of the longitudinal slip friction curve. Oh, and then I modified also modified suspension to be stiffness mode and changed max length, reload length. All right. All right, what have I got here? Bunch of stuff. Formatting. Current gear, current RPM, wheel info, visiting driven wheel slipping. Wheel slipping is now a Boolean. Driven wheel slipping. What's this one? I just turned off production. Add Add vehicle controller info methods. Wheel slip. Add methods to get engine transmission state. Add wheel info method. Added wheel slip method and wheel slip voltage jolt. Cool. Okay. Yep. That'll be all for today, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna grab lunch and I'll be right back. Uh-oh. Okay. OBS was unresponsive for a second there. Alright, be right back. I'm back. Hey Nexus. So yeah, my plan right now is I'm just gonna eat, watch some stuff, and then that'll be all for today. So I'm not doing any more dev. I think I'm left off here. I don't know if I saw this one yet. You leaving me here alone? All right. Can you tell me what it was like working at Blizzard? No, you did? What? Wait, what? This is really loud. Dark Souls?
Another folded realm. Is this a memory from Lamorak's past?
Oh, it's not Dark Souls. Their mouth is moving.
We thought all his knights were dead. Yet Lamorak sends one more. I almost admire him.
Tyranno! But you're one of the White King's sorceresses. You destroyed the White Lands.
That destruction is in fact salvation.
You're insane!
You know not of what you
This is really silly, I'll be honest.
accept your defeat.
Lamorak! She's created another folded realm. I can't reach her.
We cannot cross two fold worlds, but this spear can. Take the spear.
You know exactly what this game is for? Maybe.
She's human again.
It seems you do have the capacity.
I mean, the combat is really different. At least there's that.
Not enough. Change. Practice. Even with your new ally, we end this here.
Palamini!
Enemy of my enemy, I lend you my strength.
We fight as one.
The cutscene in the beginning, some of their tone did not match the body motions at all. She's like shouting, standing there with her arms crossed,
Justice.
as if it's a casual conversation. Have they been hit yet? I'm not paying well attention to that. Or are they just like having a flawless run?
Foolish knight and your foolish foe.
It does look really cool though. I cannot tell what's happening, but it does look pretty cool.
You choose comfort in life.
I'm assuming getting it here just kills immediately. Are they controlling this other character? I'm assuming not, right? They're just getting messed up over there on the other side.
Loyalty without inquiry is in itself a betrayal.
What now? Without inquiry? Yeah, this is really cool.
Your loyalty has condemned this man.
Are they dropping an asteroid on you? Cool art, but fake game. I mean, it looked really cool. I remember yesterday I was looking at stuff. I'm like, this looks so boring. One of the Elden Ring, Final Fantasy, Devil May Cry. It's just, yeah. Jolt effect. All right, but no, that actually like objectively looks cooler than what I was saying yesterday. That objectively does look cooler. This was weird though. They maybe they need to have a refilm of this or reconsider the motions of the body here when they start shouting, because this just doesn't make any sense. I'll point it out.
We thought all his knights were dead, yet Lamorak sends one more. I almost admire him.
Tyranno,
This doesn't make any sense.
you're one of the White King's sorceresses.
She does not look. The body language does not match the tone of voice.
You destroyed the White Lands.
That does not match there at all. Maybe people who never saw a woman giving them a break. I feel like they have. I feel like they might have seen a couple women. Maybe a few too many, possibly. That's cool though. All right. Gameplay, totally fake, but it at least looked cool. I'm assuming they literally never took any hits, because I'll be honest, this health bar does not look like the kind of, you know, I don't even know what these bars are either. It's hard. Maybe this is mana, because it's being depleted from this attack right here. I don't know what that bar is. Is it a stun bar? And there's no way this is like the first boss, right? There's characters here. Definitely scripted. Sassy. But it looks cool. It at least looks like, you know, cool stuff is happening. I thought this was really cool. This is happening a lot in the background, but it's like the first time that you really see it. Here? This dude just starts messing her up on the other side and then pushes her through. I think that's really cool. Okay. Is this the lighthouse game? Is this the lighthouse that you are playing the lighthouse? Yeah, it's the lighthouse game. I don't remember where I first saw it. Oh no, it's not. Okay. No, it is. You haven't sent it, but I saw it before. This is so sick. The captions for all this is all the effects is really dumb. Oh, that's
Play
out.
it day one with Game Pass.
That's out. The bird better not die. Boring game. It's definitely one of those games, I think, where you're walking and you're walking and you're walking and you're walking and you watch a cutscene and then you're walking. It's absolutely one of those games. Keeper gameplay. Where are we walking? Dude, just walking. I want a short one, but these are like kind of too short. And this was also released at the same time as the launch date. This one. With puzzles? Yeah. I mean, I don't like these kinds of games, but I know people find them enjoyable because they typically do well, I think. Like, what are those? The one that's a 2D game, they made two of them. You're like the kid in a coat, in a yellow coat. Little Nightmares, yeah. But I guess in that case, you know, it's kind of, it's like scary. If I had a child, this is a fit. Played for free and someone was watching me play it on the couch. I guess that one's different because it's not... It's like scary, right? There's actually pressure. You can mess up. And it's like a natural, it's kind of like a natural world, so it's like, you know, maybe you're like, all right, well, what happened to these people, right? This is like pure fantasy. You're literally playing a lighthouse. It doesn't look like you can mess up. It's definitely more of a children's game for sure. Such a missed opportunity to call it Slightly Bigger Nightmares. Yeah. Yeah, if I had a kid, they're getting this game. That's for sure. They can play this one. Buy the Fallout Pip-Boy 3000 for $300. What do you mean if? Papa, what are you talking about? Dude, I can't watch this many. There's too. This is too many. You're giving me a backlog. Move on. All right, so this one, am I gonna roast this guy? $4.8. What are they talking about?
Hey, my name is Matt, and for a while now,
Sorry, what?
Hey, my
Cut that a little close.
name is Matt, and for a while now, I've been trying to adapt and overcome issues I've faced.
I'm just keeping them. But his name is Matt. Yeah, he did say his name is Matt. All right, so this one's really long. He's gonna go on the 1.5.
While learning the Godot game engine. If you've seen any of my previous videos on Godot, you'll know that after over 10 years of using Unity, I was a bit disappointed to learn that Godot fell short by comparison in a few key areas. One of those areas is the way that you debug your project
Can I
while the game
skip
is running.
this?
If you want to see some of the other roadblocks I faced while picking up Godot, feel free to check out this video. Or don't. I'm not.
I'm gonna skip it.
Before I talk about the purpose of these
I sent
features,
that
it would
for
be
your
helpful to
private
clarify
time?
what I mean by debugging
Huh?
in this context. Of course, there's classic script debugging, which happens from the console or with breakpoints. But when working on a game that the player interacts with in real time, it can be helpful to observe the state of the
It's
game
relevant,
and
though.
edit it while the game is running, with the same tools that were used to create it. Unity provides a clean debugging experience by basically running the game inside the editor itself and keeping the editor tools active while you play in a small panel.
Is this
To
that
be more
one game?
specific, I'll lay out 3 essential
Ace
tasks
Attorney?
that I find very helpful when debugging a game. Number 1, the ability to play the game from the
Don't
player's
watch this. Sent it as a meme.
perspective toolset
A meme.
and use the debug.
What's he got here? RTX 4070. Wow. I don't see anything different. I kind of don't understand what's going on here. I want to watch this. Can I have a link? I'll send it. I'll watch it on my own then. I don't this is too long for me to watch here. And plus I probably wouldn't use whatever he's made. Well, Dev wants to. Let's watch. No. Yes, the title of this one is Shark Dentist. I gotta wrap it up quick. This will be the last one. This is only a minute. Ah, okay, I get it. Why is it so fast? Can we slow down? You made it a minute. You could have given a little more time. Oh, I'm still at 1.5 speed. That's why it was so fast. So watch tournament to lose? No. Roguelike. I'm guessing the timer hits 0 and you get eaten? Okay. Well. Whatever. Oh. Thanks for the message. Watch this one off stream. It's NSFW. Okay. All right. What if the what game yesterday was like that too? The runny game? It was your fault. What's my fault? Oh, no, it's not. It wasn't. Rip OBS? OBS is fine. Actually, I lost a second, so I don't know when that happened. Yeah, this one? I'll actually come back to it. Right under, are you here? I want your opinion on the cutscenes, the animations for this.
Ray ventured into OG's territory alone.
I want you to focus on the animations.
Thinking is your job. Doing is mine.
That spark didn't come easy, Ray.
Yeah, a few bumps along the way,
No, my bad.
but I got it.
You really fixing to gamble with it?
1 for 5, it's worth a shot.
Ain't you worried something might go wrong?
Wrong. I'm counting on it. It's mine now. Finish him.
Alright, the cutscenes. Maybe I should specify that. I think the actual combat looks good. It's mine now. I just think the animation timing on these cutscenes is really odd.
Give it back.
Like, almost to the point that they aren't timed at all. They just animated all the poses like 1 second apart or half a second apart, and
It's all
that's,
yours now, boss.
they stopped there.
Good work. Now with this, even the Machine Legion doesn't stand a chance against me. What? Huh? Come to Papa!
Right on time. Miss me?
What do you think?
Synthesis back up, you'd be done for.
Mission done? Let me take a look.
All accounted for. What's next?
It's time to save Torch City.
The squirrel is cute. Okay. I was thinking, I mean, I already said it. They don't. They have really odd, like, on beat timings. I mean, I can only say that it just wasn't. The models are good, the poses are good, but it's not timed.
Mine now. Finish him.
It's a little too fast. There's not enough empty time, I guess. And it's like everything happens at the same rate. It's either slow mode, fast mode, and then there's only one. Like you could like tap your finger to the beat of every single thing that happens.
It's mine now. Finish.
I mean, not including him actually saying it's mine now, because they kind of like, for some reason it went into the dialogue there as well. Like, I think this whole sequence is just. You know what I can really say? The real effect of this is that my eyes are on like ADHD mode watching this. Something is happening constantly. It's like I'm like jumping back, I'm like jumping left and right on the screen so much. I'm like, what? He lands, he does this thing, he pulls it up, the camera zooms in, like I can't even speak fast enough to describe what's happening. It's too fast. There's not enough dead time. And it's just all like every half second they do their pose. It was made for ads. TikTok animations.
It's mine now.
Yeah, I guess that's a good 2-word description of it. maybe I don't know, maybe it's just rushed. Maybe they rushed it really hard with the animations. It's like, all right, you got to do this cutscene today. Here's the script for this cutscene. You got to do it all today. And they basically only had the time to get the camera to move, to like just throw in the poses of the characters and the camera positions, and that's all they had. Don't type that. Don't type that. All right, that's it for today. I will be back tomorrow to continue the vehicle stuff. The acceleration, I think, is done. I got the suspension closer to where I think it will sit in its final state. I might try taking off the preload. Mess around with that maybe a bit. And then I want to get steering. I want to get the steering to be a lot better. I guess AI got them depressed. Dude, it takes them a while, okay? It takes a while. This was literally 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Stop talking about that, what the hell? Why am I... Okay. The new what? Cobblemon? I don't even know what that is. What is Cobblemon? This one? That one? Dude. 2 minutes. What do you mean? Can we be serious? Can you just be serious and give me a straight answer? Four minutes. Okay, well you said 2 minutes, so... Alright, I don't know what this is. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Unless they change the name. And it used to just be called Pokemon. Pixelmon, right. So this is different. What streamer? Who? What are you talking about? What's he doing? Okay. They never should have made Pokemon with wheels. Also, that's really silly. Mime can do that? Pokemon with wheels was a mistake. They never should have made that. The sunglasses on those guys? Okay. They will stop this? Yes. And hopefully they say, no, screw you, we're not going to stop it. And then they just keep going. Because they can't actually do anything to them. It's pretty cool. A lot of flying. They really want you to know that you can fly like 90% of the Pokemon, apparently. Dude, they're just on every Pokemon. Is this update like when you can finally ride Pokemon, so they just threw it on all of them? Wasn't an official Pokemon Minecraft crossover? They're stupid. That's literally the only reason they're stupid. I mean, really what they should do is probably just make a different game using Minecraft as the engine and then having Pokemon on it. So that way, you know, it's a different game so they can like share revenue from that game. So it's not basically Minecraft taking all the money. Battling? I don't where did they actually show battling? Is this battling? Very little battling, but yeah. About 5 seconds. With the goat. I mean, honestly, if all it was was everything shown in the trailer minus these 5 seconds, this is still pretty good. Like, this is still pretty good. Dude, fucking Pokemon with wheels. Mr. Mime. Why is he so slow? Okay. Weezing doing sludge. Oh, okay. Is he a little small? He seems a little small. He seems a little small. Why is he small? Is there an evolution I don't know about? Or maybe just because of how he's... Mr. Mime is little? Really? Strangely, I feel like I remember seeing some shot from like the Alolan season where Mr. Mime was huge. He was standing next to a person. I was like, oh wow, he's really large. I guess not. Unless it was a different Pokemon or something. Alright, well, that's it for today. I gotta go now. I will be back tomorrow. As I said, to continue with stuff. No tournament. Nope. No tournament. Yeah, next thing is going to be still back to vehicle. Steering mostly is probably what I'll focus on tomorrow. I'll have a full day. Alright, thanks for watching. Goodbye.